OMG, so Gene Deal really came out spilling the tea, and he swears Diddy's whole drama goes way beyond what people think. Like he is saying, it's not just about the charges at all. The real mess is those tapes. Because apparently Diddy was out here recording everybody and everything at his wild parties, and now it kind of makes sense why things got so serious so fast.
So I want to go back to the comments you made earlier about these tapes, and I want you to give more clarity. So you believe they only got Puffy because they wanted these tapes. But what do you think is on these tapes?
Bro, you got to realize you got people like Prince Harry. Prince Harry was at a Diddy party. You got some of the same Universal executives. Diddy made it cool for, I'm just gonna say it like this, man, whites to hang out with the hood dudes. Dude from the hood, he made it cool and safe for them to hang out with the white executives. They used them for that. They used them enough, whereas that now you got white executives doing Diddy-like parties.
Listen, this is where things got extra juicy. Gene started saying that Diddy's parties were like the hottest ticket in town. Rappers, athletes, celebs, everyone wanted in. But the shocking part is he swears Diddy had cameras rolling on the low catching people, drinking, smoking, and messing around. And Gene hinted that some powerful politicians and famous faces might be caught on those tapes too.
So Diddy have on tape, he taped everything. He taped everything and taped everybody. You remember in this trial it came up. In this trial it came up. What came up in this trial? It came up that his assistant was right there. And Diddy told him, "You want to show your lawyer to me?" Gave him a condom and told him to sex the girl right there. He asked the girl, was she all right there? She said, yeah. That's crazy, bro. So now, you think certain politicians, you think certain actors, actresses, they drink and smoke and we know they love pink cocaine. You know they got weed all in the air. They dropping ecstasy pills. They dropping what's some other kind of sexual pill. Man, do you think he ain't got nobody on tape, bruh?
Gene spilled that if Diddy could shake Cassie down for 20 grand over some tapes, then it's not hard to picture him using the same trick on other people. And Gene swears that's why so many powerful names kept sticking with him. They were trapped by secrets from those parties. He even pointed out that the feds took computers and tapes during the raid, but in court, only Cassie's tape showed up, and Gene made it sound like there's way more hidden in the shadows than anyone is ready to admit.
You think wasn't nothing on those tapes, y'all? You think they didn't log those tapes? Why did they, hold up. Yo, I just caught a jewel. They used the tape that Cassie sent them. That Cassie had. They used the tape that Cassie had that they showed to the jurors. Why do you think they didn't use the tape that they got from Diddy house? Because that would have them had to log that in. It would have been public record. And at one given time, when it's a public record out of this trial, you could go see it. You could go get those tapes. copies of those tapes because it's public record. It would have been public record, bro. It's a dirty game out here, man. It's a real dirty game. They are protected.
The crazy part John mentioned was that a prosecutor handling Diddy's case suddenly walked away right after the raid, and he hinted that this might not be a coincidence at all, but more like some heavy outside pressure to shield a few big names from getting exposed.
Trying to put it off on Trump. Oh, Mr. Trump is coming into office, so I'm gonna leave before he get here. Right after he did the Diddy, right after he did the Diddy raid. Right after they got the tapes and everything, he retired. Great job. Probably got $1 million house and all that shit somewhere. Because he definitely quit. And tried to put that shit off on Trump. Y'all saw what I saw. Y'all saw what we saw, the same shit. Y'all heard the same thing that I heard. They took over 256, cameras and who had that many cameras in their house? I don't give a how big the mansion is. It's crazy, man. It's dirty work. Listen, I know it's deeper than what we see. I know it's deeper. Y'all gotta know it's deeper, bruh. Why wouldn't they charge this dude with the guns? Why ain't get charged with the drugs? They just put it in the description in the case instead of charging with it. Why they took 200 some cameras out of there and we ain't see none of the footage or the film? We seen Lil Rob footage and films, and we seen Cassie footage and films. Why we ain't see them? Because they didn't want that shit to be public record.
So now it feels like every single day, new names are getting dragged into this whole Diddy mess. Lawsuits, stories, everything, and people are starting to wonder why some of the biggest couples in Hollywood are suddenly trying to step back. Like, why is a famous athlete caught up? And which rapper keeps loudly standing by Diddy while everyone else runs? And you can totally see Jay-Z and Beyonce keeping their distance, even though Jay and Diddy go way back to Brooklyn days when Biggie was helping Diddy blow up, and they even did songs together in the 90s. But looking at it now, those old ties feel kinda spooky. And what's even scarier is both Jay and Diddy built these massive empires from nothing with music, fashion, liquor, and more. And now those same empires look like they could come crashing down.
Jaguar Wright told us that Jay-Z won't be able to stay silent about his connection to Diddy. And baby, she wasn't lying, because Jaguar Wright was just on Piers Morgan exposing the out of Jay-Z. Jaguar Wright was calling out Jay-Z for his silence, saying that now he's gonna have no choice but to talk because he has connections with Diddy, R. Kelly, Epstein, and Harvey Weinstein. She also said that she has victims that have video footage of these freak-offs and what they do to people, and she said that she saw what Jay-Z and Beyonce were allegedly doing to people. Jaguar Wright even said that Jay-Z is the one that allegedly set up R. Kelly because he knew everything that he was doing and he was doing the same shit. And she said that Jay-Z is the one that funded surviving R. Kelly because his best friend for years is Dream Hampton. And baby, she wasn't lying. Jay-Z and Dream Hampton have been friends for years. She is the one that co-wrote Jay-Z's 2010 memoir, Decoded. And as you can see, her work also includes the 2019 Lifetime documentary Surviving R. Kelly. Jaguar Wright is saying that Jay-Z set up R. Kelly on purpose when he is doing the same exact shit, just like Diddy. All of this shit is absolutely insane.
Notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere. forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
These charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucien Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to bid for all of its precious jewels. We have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous.
The wild thing is, Diddy being the one in this spot means he could be the spark that kicks off a chain reaction. And once it starts, it might shake the entire industry in ways nobody is ready for.
Will Diddy start snitching?
He better. But the only thing I'm interested in him talking about is everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White. See, I know you know what happened to Corey. Diddy, I know that. You and Jay-Z down in Vegas at Tao with Claudia. Why don't you just talk about Cassie? That might help. That might help a lot. Kathy Coriana White, Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died 24 hours after she announced that she was going public with their relationship and the baby. While he was married to Beyonce.
Now,
Was it an aneurysm, Diddy? Or are you the one who paid the same coroner that you... Oh, Diddy, you should talk.
do you feel the federal government will probably speak to Jay-Z in regards?
They already have.
Oh,
They talked to him before he made that Super Bowl announcement. Isn't that interesting? He was questioned by the feds before he made the Super Bowl announcement. Blink twice. Oh, this about to get fun for me.
so what are your thoughts on all the his celebrity friends that denounced those allegations and were like, this is false, and they were
Liars.
saying, yeah, should they speak up now?
The moment Cassie Ventura filed that big lawsuit against Diddy in November 2023, accusing him of abuse and trafficking it, set off a storm, and instantly people began asking who else might have known something since Jay and Beyonce were off and around. Both of them, fans started speculating that maybe they had witnessed parts of the chaos themselves.
Beyonce is losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day. And she still hasn't said anything, just pretending like life is great in Paris.
Is it her place to say so?
I mean, probably not, considering she's gonna be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals. Diddy is a drug dealer, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there.
People online started buzzing over this odd TikTok theory, claiming that when stars thank Beyoncé in public, it's really just them trying to stay on her good side. Like, in October 2024, JoJo Siwa gave Beyoncé a shout-out at an award show saying she wanted the dance community safe, and some folks thought that was a secret nod to the conspiracy. But JoJo laughed it off, saying the internet always makes up its own story.
I also have to say thank you to Beyonce. Just thought we would keep the dance community safe.
What really shook things up came in December 2024, when a lawsuit suddenly dragged both Diddy and Jay-Z into claims about a 13-year-old girl at an MTV VMA after-party. Back in 2000, they both flat out denied it, and Jay's team at Roc Nation blasted the story as idiotic, saying the lawyer was just trying to blackmail him. By February 2025, the case was dropped after the accuser admitted there were holes in her story and even told investigators Jay didn't hurt her. She added that her lawyer pressured her into filing it. Jay then fired back with a defamation suit, saying the whole thing embarrassed him and put his family in danger. And people keep talking about how Jay and Diddy are known for scaring or silencing anyone who dares to cross them with old rumors, even saying Jay was the one who outed R. Kelly's crimes.
That he's been now, that he may start revealing things about other people.
He has no choice. His ego and his addiction won't allow him to do anything different. Anybody who thinks he's not gonna talk is crazy. He's got everybody on tape. They all know it. It's a mess. Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
While a lot of stars are stepping back from Diddy, Kanye West is moving closer, and their history has always been rocky. Like in 2020, Kanye stunned everyone at the BET Awards, saying Diddy was his favorite artist. But later, Diddy slammed him for the White Lives Matter shirt, and Kanye clapped back by leaking texts and going off in interviews, showing just how chaotic their dynamic really is.
Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these, all you fake hard, you.
Wait,
hold on.
Okay.
All you fake hard, you know what I'm saying? I don't give because you can't nobody anyway. And the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're going to go pull my co-car. So you shut the up about me. Now let me say it calm. You shut the up about Michael.
Right.
I'm Michael now.
Right.
Every Michael you can think of, but mostly Godfather Michael now.
Lately, Kanye switched it up again, and now he's one of Diddy's biggest cheerleaders. With Diddy locked up in MDC Brooklyn, Kanye has been out here shouting his support and even pushing other artists to demand that Diddy be set free.
Real from the front line, you know what I'm saying? It's wicked. So you be careful. Yeah. We can't do nothing if they, you know what I'm saying? I need you out there, you feel me?
Yeah. I hear you, yes sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Have some fucking fun. Instead of having no fun and then get behind the mic, have some fun, chop up them samples, get back on your hitman vibe, have some fun, get back to smiling. These other motherfuckers, they'll waste your time, big. You know what I'm saying?
Jennifer Lopez also gets pulled into this story since she was with Diddy from 1999 to 2001. And back then, their relationship was always buzzing in the media, especially after that nightclub shooting in New York in 1999 where 3 people got hurt. The word was Diddy had beef with a Brooklyn gangster, and one of the victims pointed fingers at him. J-Lo was even arrested, but later her charges vanished. And it just left people wondering what really went down behind the scenes.
Like I said before, and like Sean said also. Sean said this also because it's true. Puff had witnesses that come in to testify against Sean and say they saw Sean do the shooting. So her making those statements now, and the case is over with. It's been what? Well, how many years it's been? 15, 20 years? 15, 17, 15. Sean went to jail for 10 years. It was in 99.
All Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy, Oscar winner, for people to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook. She had gunshot residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot at that club. For all we know, that bullet came from the gun that was in her hand. And not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman. Not once has she donated to her family or for her medical bills that she's still paying, or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her and trying to put hits out on her because he was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face. Like J-Lo has said nothing.
That whole case blew up in the tabloids, and by 2001, Diddy and his bodyguard walked free. But his young associate Shine wasn't so lucky. He got hit with a guilty verdict and sent to prison. And years later, Shine came out saying he was set up and pointed the blame at Diddy's lawyers for letting him take the fall.
With that being said, where's your relationship at today now with Puff?
We don't have a relationship at this time, but I wish him the best. I pray for the victims as well. Obviously, there was a trial. The jury spoke. Judge is going to make his determination. And I wish everybody the best. I was incarcerated for 10 years. I don't wish that on anyone. I have redeemed myself. I have rehabilitated myself. I have reformed. So I know that is possible. I'm a beneficiary of second chances, so I wish that for everyone, but I understand and I appreciate victims, just as I, made my outreach to a victim who I didn't even injure. Certainly in this case, I pray for Cassie, and I pray for, anybody else that, took the position that they were wrong. So my thing is just wishing everybody well and praying for everybody. I don't have the bandwidth or the space in my realm to fixate on people.
Some of the allegations we hear about now.
I never saw anything that's being alleged. I was incarcerated, so I don't know what this gentleman was doing. I don't know his lifestyle, but I could say someone that was prepared to sacrifice his friend, his brother, his protege. Someone that was prepared to have me sit in jail, to totally destroy my career, destroy my life, rob me of my freedom, to be a participant in that. Of course, it doesn't surprise me that he would be accused of the atrocious things that he is, because, what he did to me and my family, was to me demonic.
After all that mess, J-Lo pretty much pulled away from Diddy, though she once mentioned she did pick up some lessons from being around him. Then, in 2024, she put out a documentary saying she had been mistreated in a past relationship without naming anyone. But a lot of people assumed she was talking about Diddy and Usher too had shared before that Diddy exposed him to some shady stuff when he was younger. Though these days, Usher hasn't said much about it.
Moved to New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like,
what
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
So many of the celebs being dragged into this are out here denying everything, but there's still piles of paperwork, lawsuits, affidavits, and reports linking their names to Diddy's wild parties and shady past. And some legal experts are even saying this case could totally change the way the whole celebrity world works. And honestly, it makes you wonder who else might end up sitting in that courtroom because of all this. And if you're loving all this messy tea, make sure you hit that subscribe button on Taylor Tells All, because I'm gonna keep spilling every update and secret as soon as it drops.